Hey guys, it's Gilberto. And if you run Facebook ads, you know that ROAS is one of the most important metrics that you have. But what if I told you that the ROAS is actually not the most important metric after Andromeda? That there is another metric that you need to take particular attention towards because that really is the one metric that helps you to scale profitably without burning your account. And so what you have in front of you right here is a bunch of screenshots, for example, or some of new accounts that I'm running. And right away, you can see that this account right here is dated 24th of April to 30th of April. So it's very, very recent because I literally took it on the 1st of May. That's a brand new account that I'm working on. So when it came to me, I realized very quickly that this account had a problem. And the problem was that all these campaigns that they were running, actually, like a few of them of these are new because before, as you can see, they didn't spend. These are my campaign. But some of the campaigns that they were running, or I would say all the campaigns they were running, they didn't have any exclusion. They were targeting existing customers, engaging customers, everything was blended. And the problem with that, even though it seems like a pretty good thing to do because post Andromeda, you want to let the algorithm to kind of figure it out for you. But the problem with not excluding anything from top of the funnel is that your frequency is capped. Your reach is capped as well, meaning that you're going after the same people over and over again. And that's a big issue because once you try to scale, you simply can't. Because Facebook is not looking for new people, new users, is always tapping into the same user over and over again, which causing obviously stagnation because you're not going after new people. And so there are a few ways you can really do that. And so there are a few ways that you can actually decrease the frequency, which nowadays is the most important metric you need to look at. When you jump into a new ad account, the first thing you should look at is frequency because this is telling you in what direction the account is going. If across the account overall, as you can see right here, so from the campaign level, in the last 7 days, you already have a frequency of 4, that's a clear sign that your creatives and your account structure is not optimized because you're just going after the same people over and over and over again, meaning that you cannot scale. And so the only thing you really can do moving forward is to first of all create more top of the funnel creative. So Facebook is automatically shifting some of the budget towards new users because this is lower stage of awareness, meaning maybe unaware or just like problem aware. And so by making those videos, because yes, they have to be videos, they do not have to be statics because statics are by default, by format, a higher stage of awareness of the funnel. So static usually are used by Facebook for retargeting, whereas videos are used more for top of the funnel. So get new customers, get new people, right? So you need to have either those videos inside your main campaign, whether that's like a CBO or an ABO, you need to have some top of the funnel videos which are very unaware / problem aware, or you need to have some exclusion. And the first exclusion that you should do every single time, in my opinion, is the existing customer. You need to exclude the existing customer if you're running a re-commerce campaign, because otherwise Facebook is going to spend most of your budget, or at least like a big chunk of it, if you're comparing in terms of capita, in terms of like actual percentage towards existing customers, which means that you're not really growing the business. Yes, your ROAS might be looking great, fucking 4x, but you're not growing the business. You're not really getting new customers. You're just targeting the existing customers and just sell them, cross-sell them, which guess what? These would have probably happened anyways with email or even organically. And so you're just burning cash really. Facebook ads and Meta ads and TikTok ads and Google ads, whatever, they should be used as a source of traffic to get new customers, to grow the business. And then email and SMS and retargeting, whatever, then it can be used to essentially retarget those people and let them buy more and make sure that they stick with you so their lifetime value increase. But that's the first thing you need to do is like understand, okay, this account right here, what's the main issue? Is that the creative sucks, or is the campaign structure, or is it the fact that, for example, the frequency is super high? And so the creative I'm using really, I'm not doing any top of the funnel. And the ad account that I'm using, the structure is not promoting that either, meaning that I'm not growing the business. So that's when I took over. I took over 1st of May, as I said, and you can see from the 4th of May to the 10th of May, so literally last 7 days, we went from spending 67k krone to 87,000k krone. Frequency, yes, it did increase a little bit, as you can see, by 0.3%, but the spend increased by 30%, nearly 25%. So that justifies the fact that the frequency was able to stay the same, despite me increasing the budget by a lot. And also the ROAS nearly stayed the same, 286 to 73. So even though I increased the budget literally in 1 week by 25-30%, which is a lot, I was able to keep the same frequency and nearly the same ROAS. And so what I did obviously was first of all excluding every single customers in our current campaigns. So I decided, okay, Because I've seen through the breakdown, and you can do right here, if you updated your segment audience, you can see where the spend is going. I say, okay, a lot of this budget, nearly 20 to 25% is going towards existing customers, which makes no sense. You don't want to target those people. So let me exclude those people so that more of the budget can be shifted towards either engaged audience that didn't buy yet or completely top of the funnel. So that was the first thing that I did in the primarily CBO campaign that we're using right now. And then I also create a bid cap campaign that you can see right here. As you can see, bid cap. This is completely cold, top of the funnel. And yes, the ROAS is lower compared to the average, but I'm fine with that because this is completely new users. As you can see, also the frequency is lower. Yes, you spend obviously way less, but still, this is going towards completely new people. I am excluding not just existing customers, I'm excluding also warm audience. Everyone that engaged with my Instagram last 30 days, everyone that engaged with my Facebook page, my website, everyone that added to cart. This campaign right here, this bid cap campaign, is completely cold. And by the extension, the frequency will be lower, but also the ROAS will be lower, which, like I said, I'm fine because I'm just trying to get new customers. And that's really how you can scale moving forward. It's not just by adding new creative and that's it. You need to understand what stage of the funnel your current account is missing, and in this case was top of the funnel. And so right now the ads that we're gonna make are gonna be focused more towards top of the funnel because we are like that our middle and bottom is doing great, the ROAS is there, but we lack in new users. And so that's why we need to have these campaigns. One also thing that you can do is create an awareness campaign, like you can see right here. You can create an awareness campaign where you're excluding all your warm audience, your existing customer. And the awareness campaigns, because have very, very cheap CPMs, a CPM in awareness campaign is about $2, $3, you can reach a lot of new users and therefore expanding a little bit your reach and obviously your awareness. And yes, most of those people are not going to be buyers, but that's not why you do it. The reason why you have this awareness campaign is to signal the algorithm and Facebook, hey man, look, try to get also some of those people, try to expand their reach. And so across the overall account, your reach will decrease. And because those people, obviously, they see your ad and they might also interact with your Instagram and Facebook, or some of them even might click on the link, then automatically your prospecting conversion campaign is going to retarget some of those people into your funnel. But those people will never be there in the first place if it wasn't for the awareness campaign. And so the awareness campaign is a great strategy you can use at a very low spend. I would suggest 1 to 2% of your daily budget going towards that because it really helps the account looking towards new people. It really helps the overall account to decrease in frequency and bring these fresh users that we really need. And the same thing can also be seen here. As you can see, the frequency, this is a bigger account. In the last 30 days was 14. So when I first jumped into this account as an audit, I was like, okay, well, first of all, we have too many campaigns active. As you can see, we have so many active campaigns. This is at the campaign level. But second of all, the frequency is absolutely fucking mind-blowing. And yes, this account is spending more. As you can see, this is $150,000 roughly if you convert them, maybe a little bit more, maybe 200K per month. So it's definitely spending more compared to this one that is spending about maybe like 30 to 50K per month. Okay, this is spending like 5 times more. Sure, but the frequency, it's insane. You're not going to be able to scale if your frequency is 14x. You're not going to be able to acquire new users. You're not going to be able really to tap into a new market because you're just doing retargeting, and that's all. And the same problem really was in this account as well, where there were no exclusion for the most part. Everything was going towards existing customer engagers, and there was no campaign to try to reach out to those fresh users. And so same thing here, you can create a reach campaign, as you can see right here, or even a traffic campaign, just try to bring new users into the door. And at the top of the funnel, some of your campaigns should also have exclusion to the buyers, but also the engagers. Try to bring those new people. That doesn't mean that all your campaigns have to follow the structure. You can leave some campaigns completely broad and open, even though I strongly suggest to at least exclude your existing customers, but not the engagers, for example. But you should have some conversion campaign, whether that's a bid cap campaign, a cost cap campaign, a normal CBO, that are going towards just new, fresh users. Because otherwise, you might end up in a situation like this, where your concern, your problem are not necessarily related towards creative or landing page or offer. Your problem is right towards frequency, towards reach, because you're not reaching new users. You're reaching the same over and over and over again. And that's what you have to fix. So frequency, really, in my opinion, is the new ROAS, because if you adjust frequency, then you can scale and maintain the same ROAS or even increase it, because otherwise you're just going to stagnate and you're not going to be able to do anything. All right, guys, this being said, link down below. As always, if you want me to be your mentor, if you want to become a freelancer media buyer like myself, I can teach you to become a meta ads expert. I can teach you how to find clients, how to close deals, and honestly just be a freelancer and live whatever you want. So link down below if that's you. If not, see you in the next one. Cheers.